everyone, welcome to the Nurse Maggie YouTube channel. I hope you're having a wonderful week and that this weekend will be no different. So we have come to do another episode of our discussion, which we've started for many weeks now. If you're just joining us, please do well to check the videos we've made before today and to see what grounds we covered already, because we're trying to chip this thing off in little bits so that we're able to understand the basis of maintaining a healthy weight. You know, a lot of changes happen and will only happen with good understanding of the reason why and the reason how we can address certain situations. In this case, it is weight, being overweight or being obese, because it is for every reason. It has every benefit for us to be able to be of a good and healthy weight. So we'll be talking about fats and oils today. What are fats and oils? Simple definition: fats are solid at room temperature, oils are liquid at room temperature. Okay, now when we're trying to maintain a healthy weight, are we necessarily supposed to avoid all fats and oils? The answer is no, we're not supposed to avoid them, because these have their place in our diets. Okay, the very first reason why we have to eat fats and oils in moderation is that we have certain vitamins in our foods, like the vitamin A, the D, the E, and the K, which are fat soluble. What this means is we cannot digest and absorb these vitamins without the presence of fat. Okay, and when we are deficient in these vitamins, it is easy to see the effects on our hair, on our skin, our nails, and even with our cardiovascular system. It even has effects with our brains. So it is encouraged for us to have these moderate amounts of fat and oils in our diets, even though we're trying to eat skinny. Okay, and then another benefit is that fats and oils will keep us warm, and also for the purposes of flavor and taste. It adds flavor and taste to our meals, even if it's just a steamed vegetable and we have a touch of fat and oil in it. It makes it more appetizing to be able to ingest. So when we're talking about fats, I would put the fats and oils in three categories. The very first category would be the mono or the poly unsaturated fat. Okay, these are the fats that we encourage to ingest at the maximum of the fats and oils scale. And for this we have examples as olive oil, which is the very best of oils. It is high in calories, but it is the healthiest of oils in the markets that we have in our regular markets. Okay, so we have olive oil, we have the other oils we use in cooking, or it could be sunflower oil, it could be corn oil and stuff like that. Okay, and we have the fats that comes also from avocados and from some nuts. So these are the fats that we encourage to ingest. The second classification of fats we have that we encourage to ingest at maximum amount is the omega-3 fats. And we get the omega-3 fats from fish, like sardines, from mackerel. We get it from other types of fish that are mainstream fish. And we are encouraged to ingest this for reasons, for cardiac reasons, for our cardiac system, for patients that have been diagnosed with dementia, or even before the diagnosis of dementia. Studies have shown that this is very important in keeping the incidence down. So this is for omega-3 fats. And the third category of fats, which we do ingest but are encouraged to keep it at the minimal possible, are the saturated fats. And under the saturated fats, we have whole milk or whole cheeses, anything that comes from animal milk products that are whole, because we have the reduced fat versions. And then we also have this palm oil, butter, coconut oil. All of these, they fall under lard, okay? And generally, the fats that come from meat products are generally saturated fats. And we encourage to ingest this at the very minimum. Now, it is important to state that a lot of the cookies, the cakes, potato chips, processed meats that we buy from the market, sausages, hot dogs, are loaded with saturated fats, okay? And the companies use them because these saturated fats have a specific kind of flavor, and when it is processed, you are not able to tell that these things have been added to it, and we eat it and we enjoy it, but it is like a slow death sentence. And I remember when we used to buy, when we do buy the frozen fries, and you fry it, and at the bottom of the oil you used, it's easy to see that there are deposits of lard, because from the company processes, they have ingested most of these fats. You know, lard has a very unique flavor that it adds to food, and it is one of the most deadly fats that we can ingest. Don't let me forget to mention that omega-3 fats are very important in reducing the fats in our blood, which is some triglycerides. And when it reduces these fats, it reduces the possibility of clotting, and it reduces the possibilities of us having strokes. So this is how important it is for us to make sure that we're ingesting sufficient amounts of omega-3 oils. Now let's talk about palm oils. For several years, I noticed a trend that started where we have ladies cooking eru, if you know what eru is, or any other type of food that requires palm oil, and they put 50% of the oil they need would be palm oil, and then they'll mix it up with other oils, like the regularly used oils like sunflower oil and stuff like that. And I used to wonder a lot why they did that, because I am an ardent lover of palm oil. If I have a means of not eating any other oil and just saving my usage of oil to palm oil, I would like to do that, because I mean, if I have to use palm oil for a dish, I don't want to replace it. I feel like I'm cheating on that, okay? And I will not have the same satisfaction from eating that. So I started several years ago, as I said, to do some read-ups and on palm oil, the benefits and stuff like that. And I finally, for this video, I went back to do a review, and I saw research that was done, research from Malaysia. I saw a research from Britain. I also saw a research from India on palm oil, because of the benefits, the importance of palm oil, not just for diet's sake, but for cosmetic industries as well, okay? And I'm going to use this sheet because I want to be able to give exact information like what I got. So I read the benefits of palm oil. Listen to this. The very first benefit is that palm oil decreases cholesterol levels, okay? At the contrary, we've been made to think that when you ingest large amounts of palm oil, it increases your cholesterol level. I stand as a witness to that. I don't know any other person I've seen who eats more palm oil than I do, and I've never had an issue with cholesterol. And this is something that I have been doing for years, okay? Now, at the end, I'm going to put a disclaimer, because we have different systems and our bodies process differently. But I, as a person, I'm telling you that this is what I've done for years, and I've not had any issues with cholesterol. The second benefit is that it slows the progression of heart disease. And they did a study for 18 months. They had the group that was ingesting palm oil for 18 months, and they had another group which was off of palm oil. And they, of course, they did lab tests before the research and after, and they noticed that 28% of those who were ingesting palm oil had a reduction of their symptoms of heart disease, okay, from the blood work, the scans and everything. 68% of that group of people who were ingesting palm oil were stable, okay? There was no increase in cholesterol. There were no negative findings because they had been ingesting palm oil, and this is a period of 18 months, okay? And then for the other group of people who were not ingesting palm oil, their symptoms had become more severe, and there was no benefit, completely no benefit of the fact that they were not ingesting palm oil. Now, the third benefit of ingesting palm oil is that it boosts brain health. Why is that? It contains tocotrienols, which is a form of vitamin E, okay? And these benefits are brain health. It slows the development or the probability of somebody developing dementia. Now, the fourth benefit of ingesting palm oil, again from research, is the benefit of vitamin A, okay, which is a beta carotene. And the research, one of the researches that I read, it compared a spoon of palm oil and the quantity of carrots you have to eat to be able to match the vitamin A of palm oil. And outstandingly, palm oil is better, way better in giving us vitamin A, okay? And what are the benefits of that? Healthy vision. And for people who suffer from dry eyes, ingest more palm oil. It increases our immune system. And even during pregnancy, if you come up with a deficiency of vitamin A, it is even encouraged to take about 2 spoons of that, like pour palm oil on a spoon, 2 spoons of that, 2 to 3 spoons of that on a daily basis, if you're not ingesting it in your food, okay? Now, they also, for cystic fibrosis, they also saw that palm oil giving you vitamin A was beneficial, okay? The fifth reason is for free radicals. What are free radicals? We have free radicals in our system. It is important to underline that free radicals are related to the development of cancer medically, okay? So free radicals from stress, from a poor diet, from pollutants in the air, from pesticides. Now, we all ingest pesticides, from the green peppers, from the tomatoes, from collard greens, whatever vegetables we eat, whatever food, because they abuse this spraying to keep the harvest healthy, okay? So we all do ingest these things. With time, it builds up. It's like gradually. And even if you're in Africa, I'll make a video about pesticides in Africa because I suffered from it, okay? I had a very severe case of ingesting vegetable that had, I'm not sure if it's pesticides or fertilizers, and I had effects. So just because you're in Africa, don't think you're eating organic. You necessarily, probably, are not eating organic, except you have your own farm where you grow your own food. Then you can be sure of that. So with the antioxidants that we get from the palm oil, they encourage us to not just the palm oil, but to also add things like turmeric, ginger, dark chocolate, and pecans to our diet to be able to fight the free radicals in our system. So the last benefit of palm oil, as we had said earlier, is vitamin E. It's good for your hair, it's good for your skin, all right? So because there are certain studies that have shown that palm oil has increased cholesterol in some people, which I put it with a question mark, it is good to encourage you to eat it in moderation. And I say you because I would continue ingesting palm oil. I've not had any issues with that, okay? But I'm not sure what my genes and my DNA stand for. So, but please do not replace palm oil with normal cooking oil from sunflower seeds and stuff like that, and you're thinking that you're doing a big difference. Maybe you're doing yourself a disfavor. So that is what I have for fats and oils. Now, things like butter and margarine. Let me not finish without saying this. Butter is digestible by our system. Margarine was supposed to be a healthy fat, but unfortunately, for commercial reasons, these vegetable oils have been hydrogenated. They have been processed to a point where our system no longer digests them. So with that being said, when I need to eat any fat on my bread or put it in my food, if I can afford it and it's available, I would go for butter and maybe mind the quantity rather than eating margarine, which is cheaper but is super detrimental to our health because of the processes it has undergone. So fats and oils are loaded with calories, and the study still shows that butter and palm oil have the same amount of calories as your sunflower oil. So if your main reason is because of the calories, then please know that they carry the same amount of calories. That is all I have for fats and oil, and we have finished with the section of diet. Next week, I'll be back with exercise, okay? I hope you join me again. To everybody who subscribed to my channel this week, last week, and to all the subscribers that had confidence and faith in me from the beginning, I say a big thank you to you. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I encourage you to please do so. Encourage me and let me bring much more content that I think will be helpful to you at one point or another. Don't forget to like. Do not forget to share. Thank you very much and have a wonderful weekend. Cheers.